Hi friends, today I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to shape the shrimp, the vegan shrimp, from my new Gentle Sea Cookbook. And I've already cooked the mixture and spread it out into my 8x8 baking dish, and I'm going to let it sit for about 10-15 minutes just to cool. And after it's cooled a little bit, then you can turn it out onto your work surface. And the gel should have firmed up pretty nicely by then. But it's still pliable at this point because it's still slightly warm. I've got my cutters. I'm using a 1.5 inch cutter. You can also use a 1 inch cutter. You can also double the recipe and prepare it in a larger baking dish if you want to make jumbo shrimp or prawns and use a larger cutter. So right now I'm just going to do a standard size and the smaller size. So I've got my gel here, so all you have to do is just cut out the little discs. It's really quite simple, and if you've got a corner that it's not going to fit, then you can use the smaller disc and create a smaller shrimp. Now any of the remnants can be simmered in water along with the formed shrimp and then chopped up and used in dishes, so you're not really wasting any of the gel. Now you can see I have paprika on here, and that was sprinkled into the bottom of the baking dish, and it gives the shrimp their coloration. Probably get one more right there. And let's just do 2 right here, of the smaller ones. All right. You have to forgive me, I have a little bit of a summer cold. I get the sniffles a little bit. Okay, so we've got our discs cut out. Now, we really need to do now is create the shrimp shape. That's not easy to say. So for the larger ones, I'm just going to use a common teaspoon. For the smaller ones, you can use a little mini cocktail spoon. It's easier to get in there. Now, when you press the mixture into the baking dish, you'll find that it's never going to be perfectly even. So you're always going to find a portion that's maybe a little bit thicker on the disc. So you want to look for that portion. If you have it, if it's very even, don't worry about it. But it's kind of nice to use that thicker portion for the head of the shrimp. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my teaspoon. I'm using the concave side right here, and I'm going to create a little cut right here. See how it kind of loops in a little bit? Then I'm going to turn it the other direction and use the tip of the spoon to cut out that little loop. Really quite simple. Do another one. I find the thicker portion of the disc. Use a concave section, cut a little piece right here. Turn the spoon around. And there you have it. We'll do just one more. Let's see if the thicker portion, it's a little bit thicker right there. Use the concave side. And if you don't worry about little ragged edges, it really makes the shrimp look more natural. Okay, the smaller one I'll show you with the little mini cocktail spoon. You get a little thicker portion right here, so we'll use that. And it just takes a little practice. Cut the little loop, and you get the little shrimp right there. And just save all the little remnants. They can go into the simmering water and become chopped shrimp. So the next step after I've done that Now you see that some of the discs will have a kind of a sharp edge on them. If you want, you don't have to do this, but you can take kitchen shears and kind of graze along the edge to soften it just a little bit. It gives the shrimp a little bit more of a natural appearance. Of course, you're not going to want to bother with this if you're making a lot of smaller shrimp. It's a little bit time consuming. But that's just optional. Then you're going to want to take a paring knife. My paring knife somehow walked away. I don't know what happened to it, so I'm just going to use this larger knife. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little slit right down the back of the shrimp. So you don't want to cut too deep, but you just want to cut enough to kind of butterfly it out a little bit. So we got our little slit cut right there. And I'm going to take kitchen shears and make little cross nips, about 1/4 inch apart along the back of each shrimp. It's really simple. It takes a little practice, and once you get going, you can do them really quick. It doesn't take long. You make the little cut, kitchen shears, and create your little snips. More. Now the smaller shrimp, you don't really have to be as detailed. You don't have to be detailed at all if you don't want to be. Cut the little loop section out and be done with it. But I think, we eat with our eyes first, and if it has a nice appearance, it's just going to look better in our finished dish. Okay, little small guy, little slit. Like I said, you don't have to do these little cross nips, but they just look nice. See if you can see that. And that's really all there is to it. We'll do one more. So just remember, okay, this one's kind of messed up, so we'll show you how to do that when you've got one that isn't completely formed. At the head, use the concave side, turn it around. Use your kitchen shears to fix any mistakes. It's like anything, it just takes practice. And these are really kind of fun. They're fun to make. And they really are quite like shrimp. A little spoon right here. Cut our little, use our kitchen shears to create our little cross nips. And there you have it. That's how you make the shrimp. And then they're going to firm up more after you simmer them. You simmer them for 5 minutes in water. So we can clean this little guy up here. So just use your kitchen shears to clean up any ragged edges if you have them. And there you have it. That's all you have to do. Vegan shrimp from the Gentle Sea Cookbook. Thanks.